Hi, welcome.
Welcome to the Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News. I'm your lead anchor, Art Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall. I said he could be the lead anchor today, so...
I got more stories, I did more research.
You know, I just didn't have time, with school and homework.
I couldn't help but notice you forgot to shave today.
Oh, yeah.
It's
actually,
it doesn't matter.
I
couldn't find my razor either today. Look at you. Look at that. That's incredible. I mean, I'm not too shabby myself for not shaving today, if I may say so myself. But
it's not just pure laziness.
It's not just pure laziness. It's a fashion thing, if we may. Now, speaking of fashion, we just had the Grammys the other day.
Yeah, we did.
And Nicki Minaj was turning heads with her whole Vatican approach on her song, and actually has the Vatican upset over it.
Really?
Lately, yeah. I did not think she looked that good. I wasn't really a Nicki Minaj
I wasn't
fan.
impressed with her.
Definitely not. But of course, if we may, we have our weatherman, Art Crandall, on the scene today. He's filling in for our live-action cam, which we're still on layaway.
Yeah,
we're still waiting to get that money, that you're sending in the envelopes.
So just keep it coming, We're trying to ball out.
We need more of those $20 envelopes.
Yeah,
like we had the other day,
I can't be the one spending all my money here,
Exactly. But that's not the problem. We'll have other people spending money on it.
Yeah, exactly.
If we can start out, speaking of, since we film right outside the high school, we have a story, in Lafayette, the Jefferson High School, the 17-year-old student that actually just attacked the high school president over a bag of Cheetos.
Was it Doritos or was it Cheetos?
It was a snack food. It was Cheetos.
Hey.
Roger Francis, the president of the Jefferson High School, was attacked. Bag of Cheetos was actually thrown at his head by the 17-year-old student, who still remains unnamed, and I can't figure out why they wouldn't name him, after such a stunt like that. But he remains unnamed and still at large. He will be suspended over this, but he's got to return to school sooner or later.
Yeah, sir. You're suspended.
You're suspended. Get out of here. Also, with school in mind, students, be careful what you post on Facebook. Recent studies have shown that pornographic websites are now attracting Facebook photos and using them on their websites to attract male customers. Now, there are 17 girls that were targeted from Charlton, Mass. at the Bay Path Regional High School. Their photos, fully clothed, mind you, were taken and put on their pornographic website as call girls. So just be careful what you post now on Facebook, because everything's going live.
So, hey, did we actually get a good shot of Art Crandall out there? I think we kind of cut him off instead of talking about stories.
We did kind of cut off Art Crandall. So let's go to Art Crandall, who's looking charming out there outside. Back to you, Art.
You guys looking good in there as usual. I'm weatherman Art Crandall, here to give you the up-and-coming weather. It's raining out, which means that today's forecast is rain. It's about 48 degrees out here in wonderful Dover, Massachusetts. Tomorrow you'll be looking at 48 with a 50-50 mix of rain and sleet or snow. It's all a mixture. And then Saturday you're looking at 45. It's going to be mostly sunny. Come Sunday, we're looking at 39 with a 30% chance of precipitation. Monday, it's going to be 40 degrees out, mostly sunny, followed by Tuesday, very similar weather, 42 and mostly sunny. During the night, you're going to look for a drop. It should be about 32 degrees come Tuesday night. And Wednesday, your favorite day and mine, because we film the show on every Wednesday, is 48 degrees with a 30% chance of rain. Now, you guys are looking snazzy. We'll be looking to see you guys in the future. I'm weatherman Art Crandall. Back to you handsome, charming devils in the studio.
Hey, so, it was pretty rainy outside. Not too bad, but good job, Art. Looking good out there, too.
Yeah, he does work hard out there.
Yeah, he really does,
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you hear about, I have a few stories myself. Oh, baby, there might be arsenic in your formula.
Oh no!
Watch out! Did you hear about this story, Ari?
No, just hearing about it now. I mean, unlike that story that you told me last week that I stole for a headline.
Oh yeah, that's true. Happens all the time. So, check it out. In baby formula, there's a sweetener made of rice. It is called organic brown rice syrup, and it has arsenic in it.
It's got arsenic in baby formula now.
And yeah, so watch out. I don't know if it's all the formulas, but it's been found. So, oh baby, watch out.
Oh baby, jeez. Speaking
of baby and oh mama.
Oh man, and that just breaks your heart. And speaking of breaking hearts, we have Emily Rosenberger, 31, was charged of cocaine use at her daughter's elementary Valentine's Day event. Sorry, I'm tripping over myself. She was actually found because she was being too loud snorting in the bathroom. Now you can't make this stuff up. Yeah. And I don't think she had a cold at all. And she was arrested under 3 counts of drug.
Snorting cocaine in the bathroom. And speaking about more broken hearts, woman tries to stab her boyfriend for not giving her a Valentine's Day gift. So Valentine's Day, maybe not so sweet for some people.
Good pun there, Brad. Yeah, Valentine's Day, and the best thing about being single is saving a lot of money. But I heard that there are some restaurants that are actually trying to encourage Valentine's Day, even when it comes to fast food. Do you have any stories on that?
Oh, yes, actually I do. There was a McDonald's that had a candlelight dinner at 6 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Wow. Talk about trying to get in your guests for Valentine's Day no matter what.
Anything on the menu.
Anything on the menu, we'll put a heart-shaped sticker on it.
Speaking about Valentine's Day, I wonder how Japan's Valentine's Day is. Did you hear about this upcoming story?
I didn't. I heard that Japan was over talks, and they were doing studies on it because something about interactions. What was happening with that?
Oh, check this out. So in Japan, there's mandatory meetings. Mandatory workshops. That's the word for men to try to learn how to flirt with girls and because they're having problems over there with that.
So over here we
step your game up.
We have sexual harassment, workshops, and over there they have flirting workshops.
Mandatory government workshops about how to flirt with the opposite sex.
Well, there you go. It's a problem we're apparently not having over here in the U.S. But speaking of similar problems, a deaf season ticket holder at the University of Kentucky is now suing them over not putting closed captions on the Jumbotron because they can't hear what's going on. And he can't obviously mouth read on the ground level.
Seriously.
So they're trying to sue for that. I don't know how much they're suing for, but still more on that later. So watch out. If you can't hear it, you can't see it. Look up at the Jumbotron. I mostly, when it comes to football, I think that you would get the picture just by watching it. You wouldn't need a closed captions. Actually, I've been to a few restaurants or the bar scene where they have closed caption, and the closed caption takes up about 2 to 3 inches of the screen when you're trying to watch the game.
But hey, I bet if you're deaf that you would like to see it because
that's true. But all you really need is that score.
You don't know who made the run. Maybe.
True.
So
absolutely. Now, a preschool girl, and you can't make these stories up, a preschool girl was forced to eat the school lunch after her mom's brown bag lunch was deemed not USDA guidelines, or not meeting USDA guidelines. Now, that is ridiculous. And the mother was quoted as saying, "I gave my daughter a turkey and cheese sandwich, an apple juice, a banana, and potato chips." And the teacher did not think that was USDA good enough. So
That's similar to the story of that kid that got thrown out of his classroom and Febrezed and bullied by the students and teacher about smelling like fish. After the mother packed like fish,
like tuna or something.
No, it was actually like just fish. And
really?
It smelled up the whole classroom, and
you gotta watch out for that.
It's in a fishing district too.
People are gonna, in high school, people get bullied no matter what, and it just doesn't help when you have people like that. Just kind of screwing with you as well. And
must have been bad.
Well, here's the thing that blew my mind about the preschool bagged lunch is that the teacher made her eat the chicken nuggets for the school lunch. Now, in my opinion, a turkey and cheese sandwich would be a little bit better than chicken McNuggets or chicken nuggets, whatever they're doing. No copyright infringement here at all.
Seriously, right? I wonder, if it was bad turkey, if it smelled weird.
Yeah, if it smelled weird, I could, deal with that. But just, being forced to eat chicken nuggets.
I've never had a teacher look at my lunch. That might be new.
Yeah, this is absolutely new. And speaking of lessening, and meeting guidelines and everything, the M&M Mars Corporation is now getting rid of their king-size candy bars. I'm outraged. I'm absolutely outraged. And you know what? I bet more kids are going to be outraged come Halloween time. Because I knew I was always so excited to get one of those king-size candy bars. You'd go to that house twice or three times, when you were a kid.
Exactly. That's a shame.
Well, the reason is they want to meet, plus the obesity factor, they want a couple of their candy bars to be under 250 calories. So they want to be part of that health snack kind of awareness thing that Nabisco is running with their 100-calorie pack, snacks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Still, come on,
guys. Come on.
But speaking of the 250 calories, a little bit more than that.
A lot of calories.
A lot of calories. A restaurant is in hot water in Las Vegas. Or I shouldn't say it. They're under heavy, heart-pounding circumstances. A Las Vegas man suffered a massive heart attack eating at the Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas at the Daily Mall. Now, he was eating a triple bypass burger.
And it's funny because it's like it warns you. You'll need a bypass.
It's a heart attack grill, and he was eating the there's some astronomical amount of calories in this burger, but it's a triple bypass burger, and the people that were watching him have the heart attack thought it was some kind of stunt, and it was with the restaurant.
Because it was the owner of the restaurant.
Well, the owner of the restaurant actually had a heart attack the year before.
Really? It wasn't the owner?
No, it was not the owner. The owner actually. You could probably do that with your skin if you were that big. He was about 6. He was in the 400 to 600 pound range. The owner of the Heart Attack Grill.
It's like when are you too big?
When are you too big? We talked about that guy who wore a 7XL in the New York City prison, and he could not fit into any jumpsuit because he was that big. When are you too big? So the guy everybody thought that it was a show, a publicity stunt because he was having a heart attack in the Heart Attack Grill. So everybody was taking movies and pictures rather than helping him.
If you think about it, the servers there are wearing nurse outfits, so they were probably all over it. People are like, ha ha ha.
Yeah. So there were multiple people filming and eating, just going on as usual. When there was a little bit more.
You know what? Personally, I might have probably took it as a joke too.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're at the Heart Attack Grill. Someone has a heart attack. They fall down, and they're surrounded by all the nurses of the wait staff. You can understand how that was misthrown.
Yeah, but I'm sure once they found out that they had concern.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's doing fine. He's in the hospital right now recovering from the heart attack.
Oh man, that is some crap right there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about Pennsylvania? The town of California in Pennsylvania is getting rained on by a bunch of crow crap. Right now.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
that's
legit,
not made up either.
It's a problem right now, and there's like so many crows early in the morning throughout the day, just hovering over this town, and
day in and day out,
everywhere.
your car needs another car wash every single day.
Seriously, That would be a nightmare. Come on, Luke.
That that many birds. It was just I get upset if one bird
Yeah, me too.
ruins my car. I have to get a car wash, wash it off. But if it happened in, day out, by a bunch of crows, I would just be furious.
Did you see some of those pictures?
There were cars and buildings covered.
God, it was raining.
And it was raining too. Oh my gosh.
Raining feces.
Exactly. Now Florida is now the Florida Senate actually defeated a private for-profit takeover of a third of their jail systems, their public jail systems, which a private company was trying to buy them to make a profit off of the prisons. The Senate just overturned the ruling on that, which was, it's a close thing. How do you make profit from prisons besides turning them into like an industrial
sweatshop?
Yeah, like a sweatshop or something where you're making license plates or something.
Seriously, right?
But let me see. Oh, in worldwide news, Greece is now under massive riots because of their low economy right now. They are now getting cuts on pension, wages, and benefits because of the economy right now. So they're in massive riots. So good luck to all the police dealing with that right now, and hopefully, the country can overturn their bad misfortune.
Speaking about police, did you hear about San Diego cops having a car with nobody in it? Like having a standoff with the car with nobody in it for how many? 2 hours. And then they threw a tree branch on the car, smashing the back window. And how embarrassing is that? They were all very embarrassed. And that's
2 hours. 2 hours of the public's money, taxpayers' money, for a bunch of police officers on the side of the highway, having a standoff for 2 hours with a car with nobody in it. Where's that rank?
Windows.
Where's that rank on the stupidity chart right there?
Seriously, right? Good.
Speaking of a little bit of stupidity, 17 Texas Christian University students were found guilty of drug dealing on campus.
I heard about
4 football players included on this list. It was a 6-month undercover sting that finally just got thrown. This was in Fort Worth, Texas. And I just can't even believe, a sting this large in a campus. Apparently they were selling everything. They had the list. They had the list of possession, and it was a long one. And I couldn't even begin to name all the drugs.
Seriously, right? Oh my god! Speaking about the law and things, did you hear about the underwear bomber in 2009 on the airlines that got? I guess he's got. I'm sorry, guys. He has life in jail now.
He got life in jail for the underwear bomber?
Yeah. Speaking, who would put a bomb in their underwear? Come on!
I mean, you're gonna get discovered. It's
seriously
kind of abnormal having the bomb right there, especially when you're
suicide bomber right there. Oh my god!
Well, speaking of dropping bombs, in more school news, a kid writes, "I passed a bomb in the toilet on toilet paper," and gets suspended for it. Now, I cannot begin to think of what he was thinking at that point in time. But writing "I passed a bomb in the toilet," kind of makes me seem like he hit a bomb in the toilet after passing it through him.
Right?
But when he was investigated, he said no, he meant to say that he just really dropped the bomb in that toilet.
He ripped a huge fart.
Yes, apparently.
Oh my god.
We cannot make this news up. This is ridiculous.
This is real.
This is actually real. Now, we also had a deep passing this other day. Whitney Houston just passed away. Very sad, very, very talented musical artist. And her funeral will be televised live.
Really?
As well. So, just like the Michael Jackson funeral. If you want to tune in, I have no idea what station it's going to be on. But it will be televised live.
Oh, man.
Probably TMZ or something.
Losing a life. The lacrosse player that killed his girlfriend is has a life sentence now too. So
Well, I mean, it's the best. The family was hoping that he'd get life.
Yeah,
he ended up getting life for taking someone's life.
Yeah, which is
some kind of
acceptable.
Solomon's rule, if you will. But there is recent damage to the Coliseum in Italy due to very, very heavy snowfall. Now, we talked about the cold snap that killed a bunch of people. Now it appears that there is more cold weather causing severe damage to Italy over there.
God.
And the historic Coliseum now has damage to it. And speaking of reporting on stuff, the Colbert Report has now not been aired for 2 days now, with no explanation whatsoever for the television audience.
that's so strange.
Their tickets were canceled for the Wednesday show, and they just said due to unexpected circumstances.
I wonder
they had
what
no
that
idea.
is.
Exactly.
And did you hear about the electronic cigarette that blew up in that man's mouth?
I did. What?
Jeez.
What?
Yeah, that's one of the stories.
There's those electronic cigarettes,
Yeah,
the ones
those
that
ones
they
that,
say
like,
are
light
a
up.
lot safer for people than, and then one blows up. No.
Yeah, so
it's-
hey, maybe it's not a
Maybe
lot
it's
safer.
not it's not as safe as they thought.
Oh my god,
Spontaneous combustion of the
Oh my
cigarette.
god.
Now, going back to more Valentine's Day stories, a Cincinnati airplane line is now offering mile-high flights. Now, for your special someone, if you want to get your business about 1 mile up in the air, this Cincinnati Air Company is now offering that, which apparently there's a whole thing where you get to go above the Bengal Stadium or something right now. I don't really know the details. I just heard this just recently, right before
Good
the show
honeymoon
started.
idea, maybe flying out.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'd just be worried. It's like a hotel. How often do they change the sheets?
Bag. Did you hear The Simpsons are celebrating their 500th episode?
The Simpsons, huh?
Yes.
I
Pretty cool.
still love that show.
Yeah.
If I wasn't working every single Sunday. Oh wait, we have
We might get to 500 episodes.
Yeah, you never know. We're getting up there steadily.
We are,
We'll
right?
have to celebrate our 100th episode. With
Celebrate
every
everyone.
every episode is a celebration.
Like, up.
We'll see out there. We just made it to our +1. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now
Didn't get canceled yet.
an Indiana woman had a very unlikely house guest waiting for her after she came back from bingo the other night. The housemate actually broke into her house, started cooking himself dinner of chicken and onions in a chicken stock, and ended up folding her laundry and vacuuming and sweeping the floor. So, if you have your break-ins, at least he did something.
Yeah, I
for
know.
you.
So talking
You
about
know?
a good break-in.
A good break-in. The woman said that she was not at all upset, with the... Of course she was upset with the break-in, but at least, he was a good cook, according to sources.
Did she eat his food?
I don't think she ate the food. I think they probably threw it away, but she was quoted as him being a good cook because he used a chicken stock for a chicken and onions dish.
Oh,
that
wow.
he
Look
was, he
at that.
and he drank all her orange juice, which she was mad about.
She was mad about that.
She was mad about that, but at least he folded the laundry and vacuumed the rug and swept the floors. You can't be
Seriously.
angry about that.
This guy can break into my house whenever he wants.
Yeah, you break in housewife,
I got laundry I need to get done.
Now,
This guy break into your house.
on a lower circumstantial, the actually in other news, the man Powell who was charged with homicide when he killed his 2 sons and then took his own life by burning his house down with his missing wife Susan, is now not going to be buried in the same cemetery as his sons, according to the grandmother of the children. Which is, that's good, because if there's something that, you're worried about and you do something like that, you should not be able to get buried next to your kids
so
that you
up.
murdered and took their life.
Absolutely, that's a sad story.
Very, very sad story.
On a lighter note, for us Patriot fans, we found out that Tom Coughlin didn't change his underwear in the whole playoffs. Come on, man.
He's just that's a trooper.
That's superstition, you know.
Some of us wear the same socks.
That's like, instead of wearing the same shirt the whole time, this guy decides to wear the same underwear. Like,
you got to wonder at a time like this, was he wearing boxer briefs or whitey tighties? You know, because if they were whitey tighties, I wouldn't want to see those after the end of the playoffs.
Jesus, man. So that is on a lighter note, you know.
Also on a lighter note, a woman in a grocery store, or actually the Walmart self-checkout, had a gun pulled on her by a police officer after having too many items in the the self-checkout.
Oh, yeah.
So you have, what is it,
like the 12 items.
Yeah, 12 items or less, and she gets pulled a gun on. She was pregnant, mind you, in the self-checkout for having too many items. And it's just, they said that everything calmed down. It wasn't as bad as it seemed, but still, to get a gun pulled on,
I know, right? What is that?
What is that? I'm going shopping today, and I'm probably going to get a gun pulled on me for putting too many items.
I wonder who did that.
Makes me want to test the theory of Spider-Man.
Right? Oh, speaking about Spider-Man, I got a story that you told me about. The Amazing Spider-Man is coming this year to the New York City musical.
Oh, no. That's what it was. The Amazing Spider-Man is coming out in 2012. Sorry, I can only read my own writing. And it looks like we're almost out of time.
The Epic Sax Man.
Looks like we got the Epic Sax Man to play us off.
Let's finish it up quick.
Let's finish up the story. The Amazing Spider-Man is coming out in 2012, and the New York City musical that was halted after a harness broke in 2011, the Turn Off the Dark, has now finally come to a settlement. The $75 million producing musical now is going to be paying the fired director Julie Taymor $10,000 a week while the production is in.
Oh, and Brad Marchand was not in the Stanley Cup video because he was too drunk to talk.
Well, that'll end the Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News. I'm Art Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall.
And you stay classy, Dover-Sherborn.
It's a great show. See you next week.
See ya, guys.
This is the Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Always a pleasure.